won't move it next time. All right. How would you prepare for the unexpected if a similar situation occurred, such as COVID-19?
Oh God, COVID. COVID was rough. And I think we've learned from it. We were running on skeleton crews. People were scared. People were, not coming to work. We were doing things that was not our normal job. Eli built bikes. I built bikes. Vision centers were closed. So I think we learned from it. As far as, you got to get people to work because the communities rely on Walmart to be there for them in
Right.
times like that. I hope nothing like that ever happens again. I've
Great.
never seen anything like that ever. But I think the company has more strategies to use because we learned a lot, giving the COVID shots in the pharmacy, becoming that healthcare provider, and that just continued to expand what people can do, especially in the pharmacy. But I think, I don't know their strategic plans, but
Yeah.
I've learned from it and how to understand their fears more because it was unknown. We didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
It was a scary time. And it was only supposed to be 2 weeks. And then it just kept going and going.
It was endless.
And going. Yes.
Yeah, the next question is how would your company handle another crisis? But I guess Corona already answered that.
Yeah, we don't want another crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've learned from it and would do better.
Yeah.
We would do better this next time around. So.
How would you use the management functions such as planning, organizing, leading, and controlling in your workplace?
Planning what?
Planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. It's, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but his first name is Henry.
Okay.
And his last name is Fail.
Okay.
And he kind of founded the management functions, which is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. They found that that's what worked best, and they needed to master all those to lead a team. So,
gotcha.
how do you use those in your role?
So I plan. I'm a planner.
Mhm.
I am very methodical in what I do, and I am a very list-driven person. And I have my paper calendar right here, even with all the technology. So, I take Mondays, usually Sundays, to plan what I'm going to do for the next coming week. Then I kind of organize where am I going to go, who do I need to see, what meetings do I have, that type of thing. So you got to take that time to organize your thoughts, figure out where you've got to go, because I don't just pick a spot on a map and say, oh, I'm going to go bother Eli today, so there's usually a purpose behind it. And then when you go there, you've got to make an impact and do what you intended to do.
Right.
Sometimes you get sidetracked and like everything is upside down, and you have to be okay with that. And then go back and try to help them.
Yeah.
Does that answer that?
Yeah,
kind of.
How do you encourage a culture of continuous improvement within the company or organization?
Oh, the continuous improvement loop, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've just got to push people. We push people to get certified, both in the pharmacy, the optical. We've got, education that people can do. Our budgets get tougher and tougher every year, so we've got to continue to push people and help them see their potential and what they can do, because a lot of people don't think they can. They just need someone to believe in them and that they can do that.
Yeah. What role does quality management play in achieving the organization's goals? Not rules, goals.
Quality management. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Quality management. I don't even know.
I guess it could be asking either quality of management of a product or even
Okay.
even is quality management as a role?
So when I think of quality management, I think of in the pharmacy, if we have an error, right? So we have a whole process that we work through. Whether you actually get the wrong medication or you think it's the wrong medication, we haven't communicated on our side of it, and we have a whole process that we go through. We have plans of action, trying to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Right.
But we report everything, and sometimes it's things that the home office can fix for us. Right. So it's as simple as a drug and what we key it in as, how it comes up, and what number. So you key in the first 4 letters and the % sign or the strength, to get it in there. But it can be, this keeps coming up, this should be our first one. So they look at those ideas, and we have suggestions that we can key in when we see things like that. But when I think of quality, that's kind of what I think of, is when we have errors or perceived errors, and that's a breakdown in a policy or an SOP, and then we got to figure out why.
Got it.
Why did we not scan the right bottle? Why does the name not match? Trying to figure out the root cause why, so that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's your floor cleaner.
Yeah, that's floor cleaner. Runs all day long. Can you describe a specific initiative to improve operational efficiency and effectiveness or quality control? Again, another long question.
Yeah, and I keep referring to pharmacy, but they have something new that they call Visual Verify and Design. Fill and Visual Verify. So what it is you have an iPad sitting on a station. You have your counting trays, where the pills, where you pour them out. It counts them for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
So on the screen, you would see the green that you've got 30 pills out here. If you slide one off, it knows you've only got 29. And then you've got to add one more on. And so it's really changed. People didn't like it at first, because it's changed. Right, yeah. But man, it's slick. So we're using that technology. So what we do is we take a picture of, usually as a pharmacist, let me back up. You'd have to pop the top, pour it out, look and make sure it's the right pill, compare it to the screen. Okay. No longer do we have to do that. Oh. We take a picture of what's in the vial. Okay. That gets saved. We take a picture of the label with the patient's name, the quantity, all of that. We take a picture of the 30 pills on the tray. So the person who's filling the prescription, the technician, they do all of that, take those pictures, go straight to the front for the customer to pick it up. The pharmacist only has to verify those pictures. So it saves them from popping the top, pouring it in, verifying the name, they still verify that, but they don't have the physical bottle right there. It's all just 3 pictures on their screen.
That's more easier.
It's easier, and it frees them up so that they can do more clinical services and more counseling with patients. Right. Yeah. So exactly. I would say that's a pretty slick one.
That sounds super cool.
That's a pretty slick one. Yeah.
It branches back into COVID-19 here. How did your organization recover from the aftermath of COVID-19?
We're still recovering, I would say. I would say the people side, we're still recovering. I think people are more likely to call in now than they used to. We see more call-ins than we ever did before, because it was okay back then. As far as everything else, I think we've recovered just fine. Yeah. We're still offering the COVID shots in the pharmacy. We're still trying to get people to work at the top of their license. We respect if someone wants to wear a mask, they can wear a mask, you know. But I think we've recovered. It's just kind of that people side of it where we may not have fully recovered because we have shortages too. So.
Have any processes changed or business hours changed based on the after effects of COVID-19?
Yes. Yeah. We used to be open 9 to 9 in the pharmacy.
Oh, wow.
required 2 pharmacists because a single pharmacist in Minnesota can't work more than 12 hours.
Oh, okay.
So that's a law. Now we're 9 to 7. Because during COVID, if one called in, we were like, you can't stay. What are we going to do? Now our hours are 9 to 7.
Somebody calls in.
Somebody calls in, you have 1. And they're only usually staying an extra hour. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, because they would work, it's usually they're scheduled 8 to 6. And there's like, oh, can you stay till 7? Well, yeah. Oh, can you stay till 9? No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that changed with COVID.
How has the organization size changed post COVID-19? It talks about small business loans or the stimulus bills.
I don't think that really affects.
Walmart's pretty big. So.
Walmart's pretty big. We're still growing. We're still remodeling. We're still.
Yeah.
I don't think that really affects Walmart.
Okay. How does your organization work through the strategic management process? This is where it talks about as. I didn't look this up yet.
Oh.
I can look this up real quick.